In 2022.
So I just got a text informing me that a package was at my door, and lo and behold, it was. It's a sword. Yeah, French Legale. Got some nice jimping on it too. You ready for this, folks? Yes. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, wait a minute now. Wasn't that a Viking hilt we saw come out? Yes. But that edge indicates single edge. Yes, it is the new cold steel single edge Viking sword made by Windlass. Also, it's the exact same sword, theoretically, as the Valor arms. Hilson. Hal Thor. Now let's get started on this unpacking. There we go. Open this new sheath. Scabbard. Depending on what you want to call things. But actually, even though this sword was made windless, oh, wood core. Look at that. An actual wood core. So this is truly a scabbard, not a sheath. Nice looking. Has places to put straps and stuff. Nice. One end, a little pointy shape there. Got the little rain flappies. Hello, everybody. My name's Mr. Scabbard. Alright, enough of you. Okay, so a close look at the scabbard. Feels like decent leather. Stitch work is nice. Typical windlass kind of stuff. The point here is a little sharp. Not that that's a big deal, but it makes, if we just look at this already, look at how thin that pommel is. Some Viking replicas make that very thick there. Not so much this one. This plastic is being a bitch. Yeah, it's rubber. In the middle, it's loosey-goosey. At the handle and at the tip, it's rather wrapped on there tight, like over several layers. I think there may be some tape. That's that you don't want to fuck with it sharp, but somehow they made it where I have to fuck with it. I shouldn't say fuck with it. This is YouTube. They might get mad at me or something. Alright, let me pause for a minute to get some of this wrap off. This part's boring. This is truly some of the most obnoxious wrapping of plastic I have ever had on a sword. It had, first off, this plastic bag, and then it had shrink wrap, and under the shrink wrap is the cellophane that they wrapped it incessantly with, like a mummy. Like, good lord. And it's still, even under that, smothered in grease. Let me pause again. Obnoxious amount of plastic, all off of just the one sword. Lord, I thought Windlass went crazy with their wrapping of cardboard and plastic and grease. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Long sacks, long sacks. Look at that, that's pretty good. I must admit. Now, the leather feels kind of waxy right now. I'm trying to get the light on that. You can see it is actually textured. Yes, textured like they do with Albions and such. I don't see a peen on the pommel yet. Probably not peen, but it's very thin anyway, so who knows. But, oops, I forgot. Oh, that makes sense. Scabbard going away. Oh, yes. So there we go. The single-edged Viking sphere. And it is noticeably lighter than my Del 10. It's also got a shorter blade, but it's much lighter now. I noticed immediately that, like, not much room there. Of course, I have Viking size hands, authentic Viking hand size. My hands are small for a modern person. So holding a hammer grip, that part kind of digs in there a bunch. Hammer grip, that does fit a bit better. Now my Del 10's a little heavier, and it can't really do it in a handshake grip like that. I can't. It's a little too heavy a sword. This one I think I could. So it's always been my theory that some Viking swords were held hammer grip and used more of a shoulder, like broad sweeping cuts, and some were cast out more and had more of a handshake or lighter swords, because Viking swords run the gambit from fairly light to kind of hefty. So we'll see what works best for this one. You can see what I was saying about that, maybe, about that edge bevel. Yeah, you can see it there, secondary bevel. It's not too bad. I mean, I can run a stone on that peak and thin it out some, but yeah, that edge is pretty sharp. One nation under chicken fries. Okay, so expired coupons. Not quite newspaper thin, but thinner than notebook paper, and yeah, that's not gonna be an issue. That's gonna be a good cutter. What else do we want to see? We want to see the sword again. Okay, let's see the sword again. Yes, I'll be doing some test cutting with this hopefully soon. Now that handle is thinner around than I'm used to on my Viking sphere. I'm gonna have to chamfer these edges a bit. They are a little angled and sharp on my fingers. Not much. Now, one interesting thing that I think is purely decorative are these little rivets there. They're sunk flat, but on period Viking swords, this part here and the upper cap are separate. The tang would end through the upper cap, and I mean on the bottom guard, the upper cap would go on and be riveted on. So they added those, but I don't think that's two separate pieces. I think it's one piece, and they added those as decoration. Now, gaps in there. It does have some fairly significant gaps. What I think so far feels solid. No rattles, no nothings, but that's a pretty wide, beefy blade. As far as point of balance goes, we're talking about right here, which is a significant way out, but the blade is light, so it doesn't feel quite as bad. But that's what, 7 inches out. So it does have some forward heft, certainly, but it is not a super heavy sword. And I'll prove this because I have the Slimline digital scale. One moment. So we're at 2 pounds, 7.1 ounce. File that down a bit too. I am going to file down, I think, the corner here and edges here because they are a little bitey, especially that one right on my heel. No matter, even if I'm trying to hold it, like let it slide past on a casting, it's catching. Otherwise, I think this sword is good. The weight I like. It's not too heavy, but it's going to have to feel like a Viking arrow weapon. Was one of the single-edged ones because, as I understand, they're primarily found in Norway, as were my ancestors. Well, maybe on my dad's side primarily, not on my mom's side, but regardless. As far as the scabbard fit, so far, no rattle, good fit. Comes out with just a little tug. I'm sure it'll loosen to the point at some point where that will probably come out easier. But let's see if we don't put it all. Even if we don't put it all the way flush, not entirely flush, it still stays in. So it's good. Nice fit so far. It is wood core. I do exactly like that. Okay, well, I'm gonna quit babbling and just show you the whole thing in frame. I forget how long the blade is. I'll put the stats probably right here from Cult of Athena. Yeah? Alright. Well, Hilson, and good day. And soon I'll do some test cutting with her and a little spotlight comparing her to some of my other Viking arrow weapons. Won't that be fun? Yes, it will.